So if you try to join CSGO, you now get a new warning. You have launched a legacy version of the game that is no longer supported, online features of the game. If you click continue, and then you click on community server browser, it locks you out. It seems like you can no longer launch it. Okay, but this is not true. Actually, if you just click continue and relaunch the game, and when you see the warning the next time, you just click more info instead, then close your Steam overlay. Now, if you go to community browser, boom, it opens and you can see your favorites, your history, stuff on the internet, although this is all CS2. So what the hell did Valve actually change, and how does it affect Surf and community servers as a whole? So if you've been living under a rock, CS2 just released its first update in 2 months, and thank God, good job Valve. The player base needed this, and this brought a bunch of content to the game. However, Valve also silently placed another soft barrier to playing CSGO, which for months has been housing hundreds of community servers like Surf. First, they put us into a beta branch at the launch of CS2, which removed most of the player base, but left the original accessible, and now they make it appear as though CSGO is gone, even though it isn't. Clearly, Valve is moving away from CSGO. They're adding more roadblocks for people to be able to get in. You also can't access your inventory anymore and a lot of other features in CSGO, and a lot of people are saying this is the end of CSGO Surf, they're killing it, and apparently there were some other changes to CS2 Surf that were new and apparently broke some stuff. This looks terrible. However, you are not actually locked out of CSGO. So if I go to actually try to join one of these, it works. CSGO Surf still exists and you can still join servers. So what is Valve trying to do? Are they trying to nudge us towards CS2, modding there instead? Well, you might have seen that patch note yesterday, improved smoothness of sliding along surfaces. People thought this was for Surf, okay? Okay. It was not. Before the update, this is what Surf looked like in CS2. This is a third-person Maya mode, so you can see the character. When you're on the ramp, your legs are in front of you. They're normal. This just looks like regular Surf, and this is what Surf looks like after the update. For some reason, when you slide, your legs now spaz out everywhere. I don't know why. I don't know what changed. And it also looks like you sink inside the ramp in some way. And what people are also reporting, this is not science, people think that there are more ramp bugs. It seems like we are getting more ramp bugs more often on maps that didn't produce them before, and ramp bugs in new places. This is footage of a testing map that we use, and this is after the update to see whether that patch note related to Surf as well. Still ramp bugs, and in fact, it does seem a little bit worse, although it could be placebo. But something did change from Valve that was positive. Modders did find a ton of new stuff, so they found new ways to connect to the game through like APIs, and they also found out that the scripting language might be JavaScript, and here's the reason why. If we go into baggage and we go all the way to the bottom, apparently we can change the conveyor's direction, and you can go on the conveyor and it'll push you up or push you down. Apparently what the modders are saying is this is all being done through JavaScript, which is really interesting because before there wasn't clearly a scripting system. And apparently the game mode itself of Arms Race is also being done through JavaScript. This is all inconclusive and we're not sure what exactly is available, but it's presenting more ways to create game modes that doesn't have to be done server side. So remember maps like Squid Game from CSGO where you would be in the show. This was usually done in zombies. Well, basically there's potential to start scripting again soon, hopefully, where you can create game modes in the map itself. Somebody would just download the map from the workshop, be able to play the game without doing any server-side modding, which is really cool, but this is all still in development and we're still finding out what Valve has actually implemented at this point. And contrary to what most people were saying about CS2, I've been having a ton of fun. I've been playing a lot of Zombie Escape and other community games that do work in CS2 very well. And if you ask me, it is sometimes more fun than CSGO ever was. It's a different community, it's a new experience to have. But I know that most people aren't having that experience. There are still major problems with our top funnel. For example, the Steam community browser is completely broken, and I don't even think this is the CS2 dev team. This is another dev team in Valve. And as a consequence, nobody can actually find servers. Not too long ago, most servers in the browser were fake. They would bring you to completely empty servers, despite saying they were full, and multiple servers with different names were all linking back to the same server. These all have different effects on the player base of community servers in CS2, as CSGO continues to die and eventually shut off completely. What we really need is the same thing we needed months ago. We need porters, people who are willing to help us move maps from CSGO to CS2. And we also need people familiar with coding and plugin development. If you're interested in any of those things, please join the corresponding Discords. I'll leave links to them down below. If you are trying to connect to CSGO Surf or CS2 Surf, it's really easy. I would recommend going to the website itself. You can go to Surf Heaven's website, Sneak's website, GFL's website, and of course, CS2 browser for Surf, Zombie Escape, and all the other community game modes. I recommend it. There's also Honest Steam browser that just launched. I'm not as familiar with this, but it looks really good. Either way, there are still ways to connect to surfing community servers, so we are not dead and we will not go without a fight. Thank you so much for watching and good luck, goodbye.